Alrighty guys, so what's going on? So we are starting the teardown on the 240 suspension here. I've already basically done this side. I just don't have the axle nut, which I believe is a 32. I'll find out here shortly when I get that special socket here. So we're gonna try that out. This lower ball joint right here was a big pain to get out. Other than that, everything's been relatively simple. I just tore down this side. So I'm now gonna do the driver's side, get that torn down, wait till the socket shows up, pop these out, and I'll take the knuckles and the arms and ship those off to Villains. Get those extended and cut, and then we will have angle on this car finally. So let's get to tearing down that other side. Alrighty, so first step is popping off these caliper mounting bolts here, and or no, it's this one right here. You guys can't see it, and then there's one more above it back here. We're gonna pop those off, get the brake caliper and the rotor off, and that'll give us access to everything, and then we'll start popping off the tension arm that we literally just put in. I should have waited on that one, but I was gonna be getting angle, but Black Friday deals, you can't miss them. And then we're gonna pop out this, and then we're gonna pop off the tie rod, the outer tie rod here. That one was a pain on that side too, but not more difficult than this guy here. So let's get these all popped off. And guys, so far I got the caliper and the rotor off. Got this guy undone, the part we literally just installed last video, or a video or two ago. I think it was 2 ago. And then sway bar end link is undone. Little nut in the washer there, it is a 14. Next up, I'm gonna loosen this because I am replacing the tie rods with the kit. So I'm gonna loosen that to make it easier on myself. I'm gonna pop this out, take the castle nut off as well as the cotter pin, pop this guy out, and then from there, get this big ball joint loose. And we should be ready to have these taken off and get these removed. And then we'll get these shipped away and put in a box and off to Villains to get cut, extended, and modified. So I did forget to film, but I did end up acquiring the 32mm socket to end up taking the arms off. So everything's off. Car's on jack stands. So we're gonna get these shipped off either today or tomorrow. Probably not today, but most likely tomorrow. I get those shipped off, and then I'll pick up the video when I get these arms back in the mail, get them extended, and see how things go. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So we did get the Villains kit back, got the knuckles that are shortened. Comes with inner tie rods, outer tie rods, new boots, sway bar end links, some zip ties for the boots. I also got new rotors and a set of new pads. And then here's the arms extended. Right now, I just took off the outer tie rod. Now I'm taking off this inner tie rod back here because it's got a wire, so we gotta cut that. And then we can start rebuilding and putting on the new parts and get everything situated. So we got the rack boot off, and I got the inner tie rod tool here. We're gonna see how this works. Never used it before. It comes with a bunch of little adapters or different size wrenches for the tie rod. I'll tell the size when I get this off again, 'cause I can't remember the exact size, but we're gonna try this tool out and see how it works. So the driver's side inner tie rod is off. The size was a 32.5 millimeter. And this is the comparison with the old and the new tie rod. A little bit longer, I would say, a little bit beefier, so should be giving us a good amount of poke, good amount of angle. I'm excited to see all this on. So I'm gonna throw the new tie rod on, throw the boots on, throw the outers on, and start legoing this thing together and getting it all put together so we can drive it again. Guys, so update. So I got everything on this side all connected. We got the caster arm, we got the sway bar end link, the knuckles bolted up, control arms bolted up, tie rod, inner and outer are in. The boot's not on yet. I'm gonna wait till I can center the rack on both sides, so I have to start the other side here in a minute. But everything's looking so good, so far so good. So next step is to just complete that other side, center up the rack, and then I can throw the hubs, rotors, and brakes on, and give it one last bolt check, and then we should be good, and hopefully the alignment's somewhat close. I'm gonna do my best to eyeball it and hope for the best. Alrighty, so I did just finish up the brakes on both sides. I did put a wheel on because I did want a little bit of a teaser to see what it's gonna look like. So it's looking pretty good. I think there's a little bit of a toe action here, but we're all good. It does have a little bit more poke than it did before I put this ankle kit on. So I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like on the ground. I'm gonna do the valve cover gasket and get rid of that upper timing chain guide so it doesn't cause any issues down the line, but this has been a quality kit. Brakes went on pretty simple, pretty easy. That's not part of the kit, but the rest of the kit went on pretty easy. Tie rods, sway bar end links, all that jazz, knuckles, control arms, all went on nice and good. So we're gonna do one last bolt check, make sure everything's tight, and then put this wheel on, start the valve cover, and then we can put it on the ground and see how everything's looking. Alrighty guys, so I think I've gotten all of the bolts out for the valve cover. I wasn't really filming too much, just trying to knock this out here. I got the bolts laid out over here, boom, boom, boom. I feel like there's one that I am forgetting, but I haven't found it yet. So when I go to pop this off, I'm sure I'll find it. But I think I have them all, but I could be mistaken. So we're gonna double check, make sure, and then try to pop this off, take out this guide up here, and then reseal it, put it back on. I just did the valve cover gasket less than a year ago, but I didn't take the guide off. I didn't realize that it was no longer needed and can cause damage. So we're just gonna get rid of it, seal it up again, and we'll be good to go. Valve covers off. These gaskets are pretty much brand new. They're still really squishy, still nice rubber, but I'm gonna replace them. I have the gaskets anyways. They were really cheap, so I just picked them up, got some new ones instead of reusing the old ones. Doesn't look the best, but not the worst. This is a supposed 90K mile motor. I don't believe that. So we're gonna pop this guy off here. There's 2 bolts, just pop this off, clean this stuff off here, and then I believe there's 2 more little half moons back there we gotta clean off. And then put the valve cover gasket back on, new tube seals, seal it all back up together. And then I'll show you guys the tightening sequence. I do have a factory service manual, so I'll show you that. And then we'll be all good. Alrighty guys, so I did just finish up the valve cover. I just closed everything up, but it went on nice and smooth. So that's all done and dusted, so we're good with that. I just turned the wheel to see how much angle we're gonna be messing with here. Seems like it should be a good bit. I'm gonna flip the camera around here. So it looks like we are definitely gonna have a lot more angle to play with now that we have this villains kit on there. Everything went together pretty smoothly, I would say. I mean, it did take me a couple days because between work and having weekends and whatnot, and parts waiting to come in, all that jazz, but it looks good. Definitely need an alignment. I didn't put a wheel on this side quite yet. I'm going to put this wheel on, obviously, to drive. But for now, it's gonna sit like this until I go get my alignment. And then I'll throw the wheels on, drive down to the alignment shop, and go and get that. Well, that'll be in next video. So next video, we are gonna be doing an alignment and going to a drift day to finally test out this nice new kit we got here. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day.